downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Play action. It's Herbert. Out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert open here. Adam Thielen. 3 out. Real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now it's Herbert. And he's got his target, Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And here's another carry for Harris. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Third and 2, Herbert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Harris. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 17. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. A give to Elliott running left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Brady going to throw. Smith catches left side. Will go down as a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They give up 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up the 2nd and just about a few inches here.
The Lions are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned, because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still going to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Here's Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Lions use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number.
Here's Myers now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Herbert off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
In motion, the tight end. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, now Brady.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. He'll get this to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another Lions.
His pass caught at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now this time, Brady will throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Kendrick Bourne from 8 yards out. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey?
Mike Evans, he's going to go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mike Evans, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A second quarter score from down in Houston. It's the Chargers out to an early lead.
So that challenge, a successful one.
That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that line down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Herbert now. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Herbert back to the air. That is caught by Thielen. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Harris, and he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown.
Najee Harris,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Shifts by at the 15. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Brady. Out right to Bourne. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Brady. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in his stat sheet.
So a quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd-and-long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Well, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Elliott running right. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking for the guy carrying the ball. He was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 35 on second down, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Russell Gage, 26 yards. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 18 on the play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Herbert's throw complete to Freiermuth. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To the air again, Herbert. It fights it off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Buying time to his left. letting one go deep for the end zone. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Brady to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
They're definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Again, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The hand this off to Harris. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Herbert off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they'll be dragged back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down.
He was trying to make something happen there outside of the pocket, but ultimately what did happen was a loss of yardage.
Yeah, he held on to it for a long time, didn't he? As you talked about, trying to make something happen, hoping something would come open, but it didn't. Ends up shoveling it off, and ends up going for negative play.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And the Texans have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So this one's over. It's a win for the